It was just before noon on December 19, 2023, when a high-speed pursuit on I-40 in Crittenden County turned deadly. The suspect, 43-year-old Mario Page of West Memphis, was wanted on multiple felony warrants. When an Arkansas state trooper assisting a drug task force tried to stop him, Page hit the gas and pushed his car to 140 miles per hour, weaving across lanes, passing on the shoulder and forcing innocent drivers off the road. The trooper moved in ready to perform a TVI, but in a split second, Page slammed on the brakes. The trooper's vehicle collided with him and the suspect's car launched down an embankment. Paramedics rushed in, but it was too late. Mario Page was pronounced dead at the scene. As Colonel Mike Hagar later stated, the suspect was driving recklessly and putting the public in extreme danger. Although we regret any loss of life, we thank God our trooper and other motorists were not injured. A tragic ending to a reckless chase, and another reminder that at 140 miles per hour, one bad move is all it takes. On October 19, 2024, Arkansas State Trooper Tanner Seal was running radar on Highway 78 in the small town of Dell when he heard it. That distinct roar of a motorcycle flying down the road. The radar flashed 80 and a 60, and as soon as the rider spotted the patrol car, he tried to play it cool, but only for a second. The moment Trooper Seal flipped on his lights, the rider punched the throttle, taking off at over 130 miles per hour. What started as a traffic stop instantly became a full-blown high-speed pursuit.
C36, Charles 1024. I think he's just toying with him now. He's slowing down, swerving left to right. Blue jeans, black jacket, black and red helmet. Can't get the tag right now. Coming up to Fleeman Road, westbound, still in Manila, light traffic.
The chase blazed through multiple towns, with the suspect, later identified as Michael Eves from Mississippi, swerving between lanes, riding on the shoulder and brake-checking the trooper at speeds well above 100 miles per hour. By the time they reached Manila, Eves was running out of road and luck. When he tried slowing into a 40-mile-per-hour curve, Trooper Seal took the opportunity.
100 miles an hour coming to the curve. He's brake-checking me.
Get on your face! On your face right now! Get down! Get down! Now! Get down! Put your hands behind your back right now! Straighten your legs out!
Eves wasn't injured, but his freedom didn't fare as well. He was arrested and charged with felony fleeing, reckless driving, no insurance, and no motorcycle license, from 130 miles an hour to handcuffs in minutes. And as Trooper Seal proved once again, no one outruns the Arkansas State Police. In Hammond, Indiana, what started with a man with a gun call would spiral into one of the most dangerous situations a cop can face. Around 5:49 p.m., Chicago police were hunting for 50-year-old Joseph Navarro, wanted for aggravated battery. When officers arrived, Navarro wasn't in the mood to talk. He jumped into his car and hit the gas, crossing into Indiana like he was escaping the state itself.
Get out of the car!
Emergency, Charlie Union 60550. Southbound on Brainerd.
Southbound on Brainerd. Charlie Union 60550. 433.
10-4 squad.
33.
433 just entered Indiana.
33, are you still pursuing the vehicle?
10-4.
Available Sergeant of 4.
Let me see your ass!
433,
Officers rushed in, thinking it was over, but it was far from it. Navarro stepped out and opened fire. The quiet Hammond evening erupted into chaos as officers returned rounds, turning the street into a war zone. When the dust settled, Navarro was down, struck multiple times, pronounced dead at the hospital shortly after. Both officers survived and were treated for minor injuries. A gun was recovered at the scene, confirming what they already knew. This wasn't just another chase. It was a gunfight that could have ended with more bodies on the ground. Some run to escape justice. Others run straight into it. On January 8, 2024, officers in Trotwood, Ohio responded to a chilling call. A pedestrian had just been intentionally run over inside the Voyager Mobile Home Park. When officers arrived, they spotted the suspect's truck speeding away. But what happened next turned a hit and run into something far worse. The driver wasn't just fleeing, he pointed a loaded rifle straight at the responding officers. From that moment on, this wasn't just a chase, it was a fight for survival, and it was about to spiral into something no one could have predicted. Officers deployed stop sticks and scored a perfect hit. The truck's tires shredded apart, rubber flying as the suspect fought to stay in control. A few miles later, one tire completely popped off, turning his escape into a desperate crawl. But here's the thing. The officers thought they had him cornered. They had no idea what was about to happen next, because in just a few moments, they'd witness one of the wildest, most unpredictable scenes of their entire careers. To understand how this all unfolded, you have to know who they were dealing with. The suspect, 55-year-old James Michael Skirvin, had told his brother earlier that day he wanted to die. He armed himself with both a shotgun and a rifle, then did the unthinkable. He intentionally ran over his own daughter, who was sitting outside their home. He shot at police 3 different times, rammed his truck into officers, and even after being shot 3 times, he survived. One of the officers he hit, Michael Richardson, suffered a traumatic brain injury and was forced to retire. Skirvin's daughter miraculously survived and recovered. He was convicted on multiple counts of assault, firearms violations, and fleeing police, earning a sentence of up to 63 years in prison. He'll be eligible for release in 2088 at 113 years old. James Skirvin himself summed it up best in court. "I lived a law-abiding life for 54 years, and I ruined it in 7 minutes." On May 24, 2024, Arkansas State Police attempted a simple traffic stop on a black Dodge Charger in Little Rock, but what started as a routine stop quickly turned into one of the most reckless pursuits of the year, with speeds reaching over 130 miles per hour. The driver, identified as DeAndre Lamar Lucky, stopped briefly beside the fuel pumps, before suddenly flooring it and fleeing west on Colonel Glenn Road. Within seconds, the trooper was in pursuit.
He wrecked out east back on southbound on University.
Lucky lost control multiple times, weaving through traffic, passing cars on the shoulder, and ignoring every stop sign and red light in his path. As he made a sharp left onto the interstate ramp, the trooper used his front bumper to strike the Charger's tire, an attempt to disable it.
Burned as he is, reckless. We've clouded twice.
What's your 20? What's your 20?
Just got on I-30. He just went underneath the semi.
I-30 east or west?
Eastbound. We're continuing to approach Garrett Springs.
30 eastbound, Garrett Springs.
Subject bailed.
Lucky bailed out and ran across the interstate into a nearby apartment complex, forcing his way into a stranger's home while begging them not to call police. Moments later, troopers surrounded the building, entered the apartment, and arrested Lucky without further incident. Inside his vehicle, troopers found a loaded Glock handgun. Lucky was treated for a broken wrist and charged with multiple felonies, from a gas station stop to a crash under a semi-truck. This chase shows exactly how fast things can go from routine to out of control. On October 14, 2025, in Florida, a driver behind the wheel of a Jaguar SUV decided to test his luck against the Florida Highway Patrol. It all started when he refused to pull over for speeding. Was it a bad decision? Oh, absolutely. But as always in Florida, the real question is just how bad it's about to get. Because when you run from FHP, it's not a matter of if they'll catch you, it's just a matter of how.
Alpha Mike 39 Extra Bravo. Good, Jaguar SUV. Dark coach. Alright, that's going back eastbound. I'm not sure what street this is. We're going back 103rd Street, back towards Wayne. He's sparking on the seaboard. Yeah, I got no use.
As the chase went on, the suspect got even bolder, turning off his headlights and flying down dark Florida highways like he owned the night. At that speed, one wrong move could have turned deadly for anyone in his path. But luck was on everyone's side. The roads were nearly empty, and that gave the trooper his moment. He dropped a gear, lined up his cruiser, and went straight for the strike. Because when danger's rising, hesitation isn't an option.
Come with the planet. Cut to the deck, go to 7. No complaint, no complaint. Dead crash tax. All right, all right.
The chase came to a violent end. Metal twisted, glass shattered, and both vehicles were left wrecked. But here's the difference. The trooper walks away, doing his job. The two suspects, on the other hand, walk straight into handcuffs. They were arrested and taken into custody without further incident. Their joyride ended the hard way. And let's just say, they won't be driving anywhere anytime soon. It was June 12, 2025 in Livingston County, Michigan, when deputies joined a pursuit already in progress after Fenton City PD located a stolen vehicle on US 23. What started as a simple traffic stop quickly turned into a dangerous chase through county roads.
Detroit City, do you have 6?
12 10.
12 10, go ahead.
We're ramping off southbound 59.
Clear ramping off the 59, 4772, are you clear direct?
Ma'am, I'm 59 as the exit ramp.
Social 55, looks like we're going to be going westbound 59 from 23.
Clear westbound on 59 from 23.
Looks like it's going oncoming traffic.
Clear going into oncoming traffic, 6 8, are you clear direct? Clear one around the 6.
One around the sticks. We're going to be...
The suspect exited at Highland Road, weaving through traffic and narrowly avoiding spike strips set up by deputies. Moments later, as he blew through a stop at the intersection, the very thing deputies were hoping wouldn't happen, did.
See if I can try to shoot a pit.
They're approaching Golf Club, initiating a pit at 1645.
All right, PI, we got to roll over.
Let me see your hands. No! No! I'm drunk now! You alright? You're alright? Just you in the car? Is this you? Alright.
Both vehicles were disabled on impact. Deputies rushed in and took 42-year-old Jeremy Nelson into custody without further incident. The driver of the Silverado, a 66-year-old Howell man, was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Nelson, already on parole, was charged with fleeing and eluding police and receiving and concealing a stolen motor vehicle, held on a $100,000 bond. It started with a bolo, a gold Jeep wanted for retail fraud, and felonious assault after ramming a Utica police cruiser. The suspect had already escaped one pursuit, but luck doesn't last forever, not when every cop in the county is looking for you. Minutes later, a deputy spotted that same gold Jeep speeding down 32-mile road, weaving through traffic like he owned it. The deputy stayed patient, waiting for backup. But the second those red and blue lights flipped on, the suspect lost it. It was clear this wasn't just a getaway. It was a last stand on four wheels.
Shepard, David,
0372.
Okay. Everything else, what's up?
County's trying to catch up.
Hey, look at it, okay. You can up out of the yellow area this morning.
Dispatcher is 261 still eastbound.
I gotta push you up there.
North Avenue.
You found getting to something?
He swerved into oncoming lanes, passing cars head-on, desperate to escape the law one more time. The amount he could have actually hit someone head-on is insane. Every second, a potential disaster. The trooper knew pressing harder could end badly, so he held back, letting the suspect burn himself out. What the driver didn't know was that a few miles up the road, another unit was already waiting, spike strips ready, and his freedom running out fast.
He's out, he's flipped. Yes, there's one on foot. He went northbound through the storage yard here. I'm going to check on the passenger.
After the vehicle rolled over, chaos followed. The driver bailed out, running into the darkness, but the passenger wasn't as lucky. He'd been ejected during the violent crash. The trooper rushed to him first, hoping for a miracle. But from the first glance, it didn't look good. Moments later, other units tracked down the fleeing driver and took him into custody. The passenger, however, never made it. He was pronounced dead at the scene. It was just past 11:20 p.m. on April 6, 2021, when Georgia State Patrol received a call for backup from Forsyth County deputies. A high-speed pursuit was tearing down Highway 400. The suspect was driving well over 100 miles per hour, reportedly impaired, and throwing items out of the window as he fled. Whatever he was running from, it wasn't small. When Trooper Seal joined in near Interstate 285, he quickly took primary position in the pursuit, and the suspect, later identified as Jansen Cardell Jones, showed no signs of stopping.
Trying to scare him into stopping. Good for a pit. He's having trouble maintaining his lane still. He just threw a cigarette out the window. Very light traffic still.
Right, is there passing on Milton?
At 10-9, sir.
The suspect's driving was completely out of control, weaving across every lane, passing any vehicle in sight like he owned the highway. At speeds topping triple digits, he wasn't just running from the law, he was gambling with his life. For now, the trooper held back, staying calm, keeping the suspect locked in his sights, and waiting for backup to arrive.
Just for that returns back to the Toyota Tundra out of Columbia County.
Alright, sir. No, not that well right there. Hit the stick. Okay.
Right, is there anything else?
As backup arrived, another Georgia State trooper took the lead, and he didn't waste a second. The moment his tires hit the pavement behind that fleeing car, it was game on. No hesitation and no holding back. The new primary trooper closed the gap fast, ready to bring this wild chase to an end.
Extremely 1049.
50, 250.
Let me see your eyes! Let me see your eyes! Get out! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now! Get out! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now! Get out!
With precision and perfect timing, the trooper executed a pit maneuver, spinning the vehicle out and bringing the chaos to an end. When officers surrounded the car, Jones was pulled out at gunpoint. License suspended, warrants already active, and a case full of drug-related paraphernalia recovered from what he threw during the chase. He now faces a list of charges including felony fleeing, reckless driving, DUI drugs, speeding, and probation violation. From 100 miles an hour to a jail cell in seconds. That's how fast a reckless run can turn into a life lesson.